Thailand is a dream destination for many of us. It has beautiful beaches, exotic Thai cuisine, a happening city nightlife, and pretty much everything that you'd expect from a holiday destination. Life at Thailand is never stagnant, be it the day or the night. We planned our Thai tour for a couple of months, did research on where to stay, how to travel, what to eat, and most importantly, where to explore. We did not have much time in our hand as we could squeeze out a week out of our busy corporate daily life. When the day of our journey finally arrived after a long wait, we were excited to escape from our daily schedules and pretty much ready to hop onto a flight. Reaching Bangkok is easy, no matter where you stay in the world. Most of the eastern countries have direct flight to Bangkok. So was our flight from Kolkata, and it took us a mere 2 hours to reach there. As we had our visas ready beforehand, so we did not have to spend much time in the immigration. We collected our luggage from the airport carousel and were ready for the upcoming 5 days of adventure, fun, and a little bit of luxury too. After we collected our luggage, first things first, we were hungry, so we straight headed towards the airport food court. They had a variety of Thai food. We tried the Thai noodles with pork, and it was awesome for an airport lunch. After grabbing lunch from the food court, we headed towards the airport shuttle counter. From here, you can get tickets for bus to various places near Bangkok, like Pattaya. So we booked our ticket to Pattaya and waited for some time. The airport bus service is a good choice if you want to head towards Pattaya directly from Bangkok. Every hour there is a bus leaving from the airport. There are no stoppages in between until you reach Pattaya. On reaching Pattaya, there are 3 stoppages. We choose to get down at the last stoppage, that was Thappraya Road. It's near Jomtien beach. Our hotel was in Jomtien, so it was not much of a hassle. The bus journey takes another 2 hours and will cost you around 120 baht. Coming to our hotel was pre-booked and it's called the Now Hotel. The hotel is actually good, pretty cool interior design, and when you get there, you'll receive a warm welcome accompanied with welcome drinks. After about an hour of reaching our hotel, we relaxed a bit and freshened up. Then we got ready to explore the nearby places in Jomtien beach. On the street, we came across barbecued chicken, pork, beef, mostly with Thai sauces. We tried them. They tasted pretty delicious for a cheap price. As we walked along the street, we came across the Jomtien night market. It's the most happening place out there. You can shop, you can eat, you can dance out there too. They have a small dance floor with a DJ and we saw some kids dancing. There are apparel shops for both men and women, not branded ones although. These are street side apparels. We did not buy them, but it was nice to look around and explore. They were pretty much cool. Then there is a whole market for street food in there and accompanied with bars. You can get yourself a huge jar of cocktail for 150 baht alongside some pad Thai noodles with pork and beef. We tried some barbecued octopus. Not a very good experience, I must say. It was quite tough. Felt like rubber while chewing, accompanied with the fish stench. But the pork sausages were good. They were extremely juicy and fresh. So were the chicken sautés. You can also find barbecued ribs out there and various other, non-veg grilled barbecue food. You can find fresh juices out there and they are mostly orange and passion fruits. You can find a huge variety of noodles, pad Thai noodles and other glass noodles and various other Thai noodles. They also have a huge variety of desserts, donuts mostly, and various other Thai sweet dishes. We had our dinner out there and we did not realize how time went by. It was pretty late at night, so we decided to head back to our hotel, which was around 20 minutes from there. We needed some good sleep as we had an exciting and adventurous plan for the next day.
And day 2 in Pattaya was one of the biggest days in our lives. We have been looking forward to this day for a very long time. Past 6 months or so, we have been constantly asking each other one simple question. When was the last time you did something for the first time? We kept on searching for the answer till the time three of us unanimously got hold of one answer. Scuba diving it was. And once agreed, we had to do it. We started our research on the internet. We checked TripAdvisor, we checked YouTube, we checked a couple of other websites and agencies, and finally, three of us agreed to one single name: Mermaid Scuba Diving. They seemed to be a decent agency, and of course, they had very good reviews on TripAdvisor. We contacted them and we had signed up for DSD, or as they say, Discover Scuba Diving. Doing this, you would not really get a certificate or something or a degree, but you would have an experience of scuba. You would actually get to know whether scuba diving is something which calls you, which actually interests you. So, as agreed via email with the Mermaid guys, we were already waiting for the pickup van to come in the hotel lobby in the morning around 8 o'clock, and the pickup van was bang on time. And then we were taken a little far from the city to the Mermaid Scuba Divers office, where we were being briefed about the do's and don'ts of scuba diving. More than the do's, they emphasized on the don'ts. You should actually know the things that you should never try underwater. We were also introduced to the diving suits, the gadgets, the devices, and the hand signals. Once this was done, we were again taken to another point, which was the actual scuba point, where a big vessel was waiting for us. And looking at the vessel, it filled our hearts that this is the day we have been waiting for all our lives. This is it. This is what we need to do and experience in this life. So without wasting any more time, we jumped into the boat. We could not hold our excitement. The boat took us a little far from the harbor where we would actually do the scuba diving. Once we reached a point, it was amidst a couple of islands. The divers and the instructors who were there with us, they briefed us again the do's and don'ts of scuba diving. They again told us about the hand signals and most importantly things we should never try underwater. Once everything was done, we were all geared. We put in our diving suits, the devices, the cylinders, and we made our first jump. It was scary, it was amazing, it was beautiful, it was a different experience altogether. And especially when you touch the water for the first time. We would lie if we say that we were not really scared for the first time. We were really scared, but then the instructors took real care of us. They said us we should always be together no matter what, and we followed whatever she said. The first dive was more about knowing the underwater scenes, what to do, how to follow the instructor, how to follow the hand signals, so on and so forth. So we had spent around 15-20 minutes underwater for the first time, and then the instructors told us to get inside the boat back to rest for some time and get prepared for the next dive. But before the next dive, we had a lunch prepared. It was one of the most fascinating lunch we have had in recent times. Freshly cooked chicken, vegetables inside the boat. We had lots of fruits, water and juices. Once done, we rested for some time, and then we were all decked up for the second dive. The second dive was the dive of our lifetime. We could actually enjoy scuba. We could actually enjoy the life underwater. We spent again around 15-20 minutes underwater. We swam across the ocean. We felt the peace underwater, and then the instructors again signaled us to go back to the boat because it was the end of the trip. We were a little sad, but then we were extremely excited that we did something for the first time. And we could actually answer the question which we have been asking each other for a very long time. But if you think this was the end of day 2, you are so wrong. We still had places to see, things to do, food to eat, and a lot of other stuff. The moment the Mermaid guys dropped us back to the hotel, we did not waste much time getting ready, because the next destination was Pattaya Tiger Park. We've always seen images of people on Facebook and Instagram posing with the tiger, holding them, feeding the cub. We thought to ourselves, are they for real or they're photoshopped? Till the time we came across the Pattaya Tiger Park. It is gigantic, it is well maintained, it is professionally managed, and all the good things that you can talk about a zoo. Well, it's an extremely organized zoo. It's slightly expensive when it comes to the tickets and passes, but then the choice is all yours whether you would want to go ahead inside the cage of a large tiger, a mid-sized tiger, a cub. You would want to feed them, you would want to take photographs with them. They have packages for everything. And trust me, it's worth it, considering you're doing it for the first time. The tigers, they're gigantic, they're huge. They would give a feeling that you in this world are so small. But the experience that they would give you is fascinating. So, bucket list ticked, scuba done, tiger park done, photographs with tiger done. Next up, Pattaya walking street. Well, there would be a lot of videos in content on the internet telling you things to do in the walking street, things not to do in the walking street. But then it's completely your call. Just go there, enjoy the vibe, take a walk along the walking street, and trust us, that walk will be so fascinating, so beautiful. The Pattaya walking street has a different vibe of its own. It's it has a lot of lights, a lot of music, a lot of soul. If you consider life to be extremely shiny and loud, that's Pattaya walking street for you. We took a couple of walks around the walking street to check out the cafes, the restaurants, the bars they have, the shops, the Thai parlors, which offers spa and everything. And finally, we decided once you're in Thailand, you cannot leave Thailand without a Thai spa. So we got inside a Thai massage parlor, which looked pretty decent to us from the outside. And we took a full body massage. It wasn't really expensive. They charged us around 200 Thai baht, and the money we spent there is worth it. A full body massage is all that you need after a long day of work. When you are done with scuba, you have been to a zoo, you have walked a long distance, you can finally close your day with a relaxing Thai body massage. So this was it for us. Day 2 in Pattaya was fascinating. Bucket list for Thai spa checked.
It's day 3. Today we will be going to Bangkok, but before we go, it's very important to fill ourselves with Thai food. Hence, we opted for Thai breakfast buffet. Honestly, the food wasn't that good. It was pretty average. I've had much better street food. After having breakfast, we took our bags and checked out from our Pattaya hotel. We wanted to take the bus to Bangkok, but settled down for a cab instead, just out of laziness. It took us 2 hours to reach our hotel in Bangkok and costed us 1500 Thai baht. The drive was just amazing. We reached our hotel, checked in, freshened up, and located the nearby places in Google Maps and left our hotel for the hunt of some great dumplings. We walked around 30 minutes to reach Chinatown, and we decided to go to Hong Kong Noodle. And let me tell you, finding Hong Kong Noodle was quite a task because it's in an extremely busy lane. So after we found Hong Kong Noodle, we went there and we satisfied our dumpling cravings. The dumplings were quite good and we had a lot more than what we should have had. Then after having some really great dumplings, we decided to walk towards Wat Arun. We walked till the ferry station, and after purchasing the ferry tickets, we hopped onto the ferry. It was a very short distance ferry ride. We took some great pictures there because the view there is just amazing. Wat Arun is one of the most stunning temples in Bangkok. It is really great, guys. It should not be missed. Then after seeing Wat Arun, we walked towards the ferry station to cross the Chao Phraya river. Oh yes, and once we were leaving, we noticed one ice cream seller was selling matcha ice cream, and I've never had it. So I had it for the first time and it tasted like green tea. It was nice. So we crossed the river and again we started walking, and we wanted to go to Wat Phu, which is the reclining Buddha. So we bought the tickets for Wat Phu and we went in and saw the reclining Buddha. It's really great, and it's like taking an entire photo of the reclining Buddha. I think it's next to impossible. I tried and I failed. So it was really good. It's a must visit. It should not be missed. After seeing Wat Phu, I was extremely tired. We wanted to have dinner in Chinatown, so we opened Google Maps and saw that it's going to be quite a long walk to Chinatown. So we decided to take tuk-tuk instead. And let me tell you, taking tuk-tuk is quite a task because you have to bargain with the tuk-tuk drivers, and if you don't, then you're gonna get fooled. So we reached Chinatown. It was raining that time, so some of the stalls were closed, but nevertheless, most of the stalls were open. We explored the area and we had some fried momos. It was nice. And while exploring, we noticed that one stall was selling grilled fish and lobsters. So we wanted to have that, and of course, we wanted to have some beer to end our day 3. So we ordered grilled red fish and garlic lobster, and of course, some beer on the side. And we sat and had a long chat over how we had spent the entire day. It was quite a great evening.
It was day 4, and today was a grand finale. Here at Bangkok, today, whatever experience we have, this is what we are going to take back to our home. So, today, at any cost, we had to accomplish 4 targets. Today was Bangkok versus us. Our first target was the Chao Phraya River boat ride. So, we took a tuk tuk from our hotel Miramar at Chinatown, and it wasn't far. So we went there at the boat station, got ourselves a boat all totally for ourselves, and we started the boat ride. It was a mesmerizing ride across the Chao Phraya River. We went across the river, we saw the Waterone once again that we had visited last evening. While taking the boat ride, we had our cameras ready. For some we took snaps, for some we took videos, and it went on. We also fed some fish out there. After our boat ride, the next target was the Grand Palace. So we went ahead towards the next target. At Grand Palace, we went there. We were spellbounded to see all those architectures done by the Thai royal king. We saw huge statues of Thai guardians. We saw the Emerald Buddha out there too. It was placed high above, much above eye level, but you could clearly see a big Emerald Buddha out there. We couldn't take much snaps out of it because it wasn't allowed to take snaps of the Emerald Buddha. And then we roamed around inside the Grand Palace, saw every kind of architecture, the beautiful statues and figurines that were made. After about an hour or two taking the entire tour of the Grand Palace, we went out and headed towards the third destination. Now, this third destination was a different one. It's not a tourist spot, it's a restaurant, an authentic Chinese restaurant that we researched and googled it out. It was named Tai-He-Xuan. We took a tuk-tuk to our metro station at Hua Lamphong, and from Hua Lamphong we went to the station called Ashok. From Ashok, there is a special boat service, or rather a ferry service. So from the boat station, or rather the ferry station at Ashok, we got up on a ferry. Now the best thing about Tai-He-Xuan was it has a buffet lunch, and it is not very expensive. It's around 250 to 300 baht. So we ordered various kinds of dumplings and noodles and barbecued pork with sticky rice and congee, also a lot of other Chinese items which we could not recognize and realize, but they tasted delicious. We finally finished our lunch and went towards the Pratunam market. At Pratunam, this is a place where would you like to shop. You'd get all the souvenirs, the authentic Thai gift items, and various other branded t-shirts, clothes, apparels, showpieces. So all these things you can find out there. Now we did a lot of shopping out there. We in fact could find out some time to do a little bit of massage because we were tired, and then we had a huge lunch, and after that a little bit of massage is a sure thing. So after completing our shopping, we headed to our last and the final destination for that day and for this trip, and that is Talatat Rothwai. Now let me tell you, Rothwai is one of the most famous markets all over Bangkok and all over Thailand. This is another place where you can do shopping at your heart's content. You'll have all the various stylish clothes and apparels out there you can imagine. We did not shop out there because we had completed our shopping at Pratuna market, but we explored the Talatat Rothwai at every nooks and corners. We thought of having a little bit of snack out there, and that is why we tried some grilled octopus and scallops with cheese, and they were delicious. After we were done with the Talatat Rothwai market, that was the end of our trip, and we were extremely sad. We knew we had no more places and no more time in our hand. So, the only thing that we could do was be happy and take these memories back home. We took our metro back to our hotel and spent the night partying, celebrating this wonderful trip that we had. This trip was a trip of a lifetime. 3 travelers. We had plans, we had goals, and we had targets, and we had accomplished them. We had our shortcomings, we were exhausted, we were tired, but we did not give up. We did everything to make sure that the plan we had made was successful, and it was a huge success. The next morning we got up, got dressed, bid our farewell to Bangkok. We took a taxi from the hotel itself, and it was a pretty long ride, around 1 hour to the airport. We stood at the line at the airport counter. We did not realize that it's the 5th day, the day of our return. It was day 5. We could not imagine how fast these 4 days just went by. Yeah, this is true that our trip was a little bit of hectic, but we enjoyed it at every moment. And these are the memories that we'll be taking back home. These photos, the snaps, the videos that you're seeing, these are all just part of those memories. And making this video is another way of reliving those moments once again. Bangkok, you just rock.